portal. Okay, so the first discussion topic here is recommendation of what citizens should see in the national budget portal. Recommendation. You are the citizen. You have been brought into, to be part and parcel of this development. What are your recommendations? What do you think? What do you want to see in the national budget portal? So the ball is in your court now. Just let it just be interactive. Any opinion, whatever, what do you think can be, included in this national budget portal? Okay. Yes, please. Please, can you give me mic?
I don't need mic. My voice is very audible.
Okay, please.
Tia remains my name. Like in terms of what we should put in our national budget, first of all, from my own angle, I feel human capital development programs that will encourage human capital development. Because
okay, sir, can you start again? I think you need a speaker because wait, you have a speaker.
You need a speaker.
Voice is on the go. No, you have my kind of voice.
So just start from the beginning. Your suggestion, your opinion, your input is very important. That's not like taking time.
As I said, my name is Itiete Omojere.
Okay.
Now, in terms of, from my own angle, I might not take a popular view, but from my own perspective, I feel that the greatest asset of any country is our citizen.
Okay.
So I think in writing budgets or in completing budgets, we should put in programs that will improve the human capital development. E.g., programs that will empower citizens, programs like education.
Okay.
So our educational budget is too low. Our budget for education should be highly increased. They not just restrict to the normal formal education. They should also include things about informal education, like learning of crafts.
Yes, please. I think we want suggestion on this portal development, not what the portal should be.
Sorry, you said what they should put in the budget. I didn't get it.
No. The whole thing is not how the budget is to be prepared. The point is this budget is already prepared. The portal where you need to put this budget on. Different states across the country will prepare their budget, local government will prepare their budget, and then they will put it on the website. This portal is a website. So the question now is, what do you think should be placed on this budget portal, on this website, on this portal, that citizens will be able to see? What are the kind of information that should be on this portal? So from the citizens' angle that you are here representing, that is what we want to get the input. So you have to speak on what the citizens should see on the budget portal, not on the portal itself, budget preparation nature. Okay, thank you.
I'm leftist or Usigbe. First is the local government, which is very close to the people. From the constitutional perspective, they should put healthcare first. Primary education. Roads, because it's the responsibility of local government to create roads. Then security, because we are aware now that the so-called military and police that we have cannot secure us. Then the local government should also have their own, what they call vigilante, put security priority, because even when there are other amenities, without security, the citizens cannot enjoy those facilities. Security should be included.
Okay.
Then in all, we know it has been privatized. The local government can also go into, which is the area of light. Put solar system in the budget. Train the community where you are going to build these solar lights, and by so doing, you are giving them light. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for your opinion. But I want to emphasize the point that we are not concerned about budget here. We are developing a website. We are not concerned about budget preparation. What should be included in a budget? We want to develop a website that can make it easily to see this, budget. So what do you want to see on this website? Just see a portal like a website. Forget about budget, what should be included in a budget. What do you want to see in the portal, the website that will house or keep this budget that you're talking about? That's what we are concerned about. Okay. Yes, sir. Please, your name?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ojo Charles. Please, this portal that we're talking about, I think it will be necessary if it is people-friendly.
Okay, yeah, exactly. People-friendly, user-friendly.
We don't need to have much data to access it.
Okay.
I think it will be necessary to have this portal, properly laid out so that as a user, as I enter the website, everything will be specified easily as it's being, placed, as the money is being allocated. Like my brother said, local government. I should be able to see local government and just touch and see how everything they specified. Not make it difficult, begin to download things and go deeper and deep. Let them be people friendly. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. That is a wonderful suggestion. Okay, yes, please. Your name and your suggestion.
My name has not changed.
Okay.
First, the budget should be pictorial.
Okay.
Pictorial. There should be less video. People are scared of going to some portals because some website, because when you have video, immediately you enter the website, video will start playing. And in this part of the world we manage our data. So when we enter, it should be more of pictorial things. As in when you want to say, schools, you should, because normally picture attracts people. When they see beautiful pictures and good illustration with those pictures, it will attract them to that portal. It should be less of videos because it consumes data a lot.
Okay. Thank you very much. That is a wonderful opinion. To be less of video, but to be pictorial. That's a wonderful suggestion. Thank you.
Like as he has just said, it should also be that I still remain leftist Owobo Usigbe. Microphone talk.
Okay. Oh no.
Please, media team, can you
We are in battle with microphone. No verse. Now my village people see for my grandmother in the village, where we say I buy 100 for. If I tell her say enter www.ransi, then just enter. Sabi type. If you just go, Edo State will just show. Which is audio friendly.
Okay.
I won't go Igbo Bazuwa. When you just say Igbo Bazuwa, as it communicates with the site will they give away in what?
Thank you very, very much. That is a wonderful point. Audio, features whereby as you just mention something, the portal pops up automatically. You don't even need to type because the people in the village are not IT savvy, so they won't know how to type. Thank you very much for that wonderful suggestion. Thank you. First command, kind of. Yes, madam, I saw it. Okay.
For me, my name is Adeyi. For me, I will suggest it should be on Pidgin English.
Okay.
Also, the portal should be on Pidgin English.
Okay.
Option.
Okay, there should be option for Pidgin English.
Thank
Thank you very much. Sorry?
And indigenous languages.
Other languages.
Because there are some persons who does not speak Pidgin.
I go from the northern part of Nigeria.
Like the north, like the west and the middle east. Even our people here, there are some old mama, they don't know anything. They can just use RBD, So if once he speak Benin, that we type Benin put, he will get what he wants.
That is wonderful. It is absolutely welcome. Yes, madam. Okay, you had the same thing in mind. Okay, Pidgin English should be an option for the national budget portal. Yes, there is Yes, please, your name and your possible suggestion.
I remain because what I have to say about this portal is there should be a very, very good network.
Okay.
Because if you want to talk about all these things and we don't have a good network, I think there's no way accessing the portal. It should be a very good network.
Okay, if I may understand you, it should be optimized such that it doesn't take much data.
Yeah,
That's that. I think yes, because the network stuff should be at least okay. Thank you very much. Okay. To be network optimized. Yes. Okay.
My name is Rose.
Hold on, sorry.
Please, 1 minute. Yes, please. Sir.
My name is Rose ZEVI.
Please, before you continue, someone mentioned that local government data should be reflected on the portal, yes. And that is a very good point. Okay, so also try to see how you can tailor your suggestion to what you want to see as well. Okay, apart from the features, right? Let me continue.
My name is Rose ZEVI.
Okay.
I think in this portal program, I think there should be radio station. Where about a portal is being said. I don't know how to put it.
Okay.
Okay, let me gather in this process.
Okay.
After all this portal, you have developed it.
Okay.
There should be a no publicity.
Publicity. Okay.
Yes, both on electronics, print, and online, okay. So that the people can know, because power belongs to the people. Information, they say it is power. If there is a non-publicity, share the link on all the social medias, the print, electronics, that this is where you can access your government, what your budget, go to so place. So it gives the people, especially with the youth, it gives us an attention that look, there is a place we can access government activities.
Thank you so much for that. After this budget is developed, there should be enough publicity, yes, in order to create awareness that such portal exists, yes. So you can go there and search for any information that you want. Thank you for that recommendation. Yes.
Oh, we are not a YouTube. Don't call yourself. You are elder. You are not a YouTube. The website should be simplified. Simplicity should be the keyword. Number one, if I can just go to www.nigerianbudget.com or .org, okay, I can just put it there and I'll get the budget like that. I can get the budget like that. It's than for me to say small letter N, big letter G, those complicated websites. So it will be very difficult for somebody to put that in their head. And number two, the budget content itself. Meaning that if I just say it should be easily laid out, I'll see the 36, I do not be 36 states and the FCT. Yes. There, when I click on Edo, I can get the 18 local government of Edo states. And I can get the about 9 and the 8 federal constituency there. I can get the 3 central district there. I can get the 24 state constituency there. I can get my ward. I can easily access my ward and see the projects in my ward. Ongoing projects should be stated there. Project that, okay, and the inflow of cash. As money be released for this budget and money has not been released for this budget, look at the percentage and budget performance of the previous year should also be included. Because it will help us to actually assess and evaluate the budget properly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause for that recognition. Yes. So if I may understand you, you said that the portal should have a short name, not www.so-many-things.com, but a very short name that someone can just go and type and then it will show. That is taken note of. Also, it should be properly laid down such that information will be cascaded. For instance, you see states, as you click on state, you see all the local governments, you click on the local governments, you see the constituencies, like that. This will ease navigation. So you can easily go to the budget that you're looking for any particular sector. Thank you so much for that recommendation. Yes, you have not spoken. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 minute. Yes. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, please.
Yes. Meanwhile, there's something, sorry, I may not be able to get your name. Etiete, right? Etiete. Okay. Yes, there's one point you raised that's very, very important. And I want us to have that kind of standard because that's actually what we are looking out for. The performance, you say citizens should be able to see performance of previous
year
budget.
Exactly.
Now, this is exactly what we are looking out for. What kind of things should citizens see on the portal? Most of the things we've listed so far are features of the portal. Like you talk about language translation, SEO friendly, and all of those things. These are features. Now, what content? What should the budget portal has? If you should go to the www, whatever name is going to be, budgetportal.com, for instance, what should I see? That is exactly what we are looking to do. We are hoping to hear from you people. What should you see? What do you want to see? What content do you want to see? How it loads and all of those things, yes, is important. But the most important thing is what content do you want to see? One of those key content is what he mentioned. Be able to see performance of previous budget. Be able to see performance of previous budget. So if I'm in 2022, I want to see performance of my state, for instance, my state, Edo, what performance of their 2021 budget? How did they perform? What is the performance in education, electricity, and all of that? So these are the kind of things we want to gather the information. So under this very category, which is recommendation of what citizens should see in the national budget portal. Thank you. Please continue.
Okay.
My name is Comrade Grace Destiny Okike.
Okay.
Like you said, what we want to see, as a citizen of Edo, we want to see how much budget is being allocated to Edo State. Budget for health, security, etc. It should be stated there, because sometimes you discover that when we want to follow the budgets follow projects in Edo State, we don't actually know how much is being allocated for this budget. All we know is that such project is executed and this one is executed, and whatever they tell us is what we take. Exactly. So we want to know how much. This is my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You now see the essence of this portal. It will give you access to what you just mentioned. You want to see how much is allocated in each sector in Edo State, in education, in health, right? These are the information that are not foreign. You cannot even have access to it. So, and that is the essence of this national budget portal. Thank you so much for that recommendation. Okay, sir.
My name is Comrade Keshi St. Lawrence.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah. In this portal, Comrade Keshi St. Lawrence.
Okay.
Okay. In this portal, I expect to see the names of those budget has been allocated to before transmitting to the citizens. Or, these things are from the National Assembly down to state, from state to local government, from local government to every other aspect of where the budget is going. We want to know the names so that if there's misappropriation in the aspect of budgeting, we will be able to know the names of those that these budgets have been allocated to directly. So because there's a fraud that happened recently, some persons do not even know the name of the people that this money have been allocated to. So it's very important in this portal will be able to know the names of those whose budgets this money has been allocated to before getting to the citizens.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Please, hand here first. Please, more suggestions. Your feedback, your review, your recommendations are all wonderful, please.
Thank you. I'm Ojo Chap. Please, we the citizens, we know we have this right to Freedom of Information Act. I think this portal will also serve as a place for us to also gather information instead of going to the institution or the agency for information. Yes. So it will be a great need for the portal to also carry the various projects that the budget has been spelled out for. Then what is in the project, like the bill of quantity and the rest of them, so that at the end of the week, as a citizens, once, for example, I enter into the portal, I can know that certain projects, this is the certain budget that went for that project, so I can know how it is being expended on that aspect. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. That is a wonderful suggestion, and of course, our recommendation.
Yes.
Please, you're welcome. Media. Oh, media.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
My name is VARIETIES. I'm outside NIGERIAN.
Okay.
I'm representing NIGERIAN Watch Media.
Okay, you're welcome.
I think for me, some of the information I would like to see on the portal is the name of the firm which those budget is being allocated for. Whether some of the individual who owns it are also a key player in the political circle. I think that is also important.
That is wonderful. So the name of the firm that should handle a particular budget should also be reflected on this portal.
From my own angle, I think that, there are some budgets. Let me take road construction, for example. I want the portal to specify the ministry or the MDA that is handling that particular budget, because you might see road construction under Ministry of Agric, and when you just see that, okay, they are constructing road, you want to follow the project, you not think that you can get it from the Ministry of Works, whereas that budget was actually from the Ministry of Agriculture. Like I know of one that was done by Ministry of Agriculture, it was road construction, so about 2-3 kilometers of road, so that it can help us to be able to trace the MDA that is responsible for the budget, for the job or anything. Then also, there should be a periodic review of the portal. Exactly. Meaning that if maybe today I come to the portal, I see that Ugbuyoko Ekenwan Road, they've constructed it up to 40%. Now there's alarm that it's only 40% for how many years? And for like 6-7 years, 4, 5 months, they've not reviewed the portal. And I go on ground. What is on ground is different from what is on the portal. There will be an issue. There will be discrepancy in that aspect. Then also, we just say budget. They've budgeted XYZ for this project. Okay. We should know the amount that was actually released. Okay. Not because you can budget 100 naira for a project, okay, and just only 10 naira has been released for that project. So when we know the amount that's actually been released, it help for accountability. That's it.
Thank you so much for that. Amount allocated for each project.
Amount that has been released.
Yes.
As a remain lefties,
Yes, I continue.
Okay. So, in addition to what my colleague said, okay, my partner
in crime,
thank you very much, is that the name of the contractor,
okay,
that project has been awarded to. If possible, the amount. Like as he has said, constant updates of the site, either quarterly or biannual, so that we can know what is going on. The site must be secure, not to open, not to expose those who goes there to either virus or attack from external persons.
Okay, I think we'll come back to that when you enter transparency level, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for your submission. Any other observations, any other recommendations, suggestions? Yes?
My name is Leftist Agaga Israel. My suggestion is number one. One of the things we should see is the location. That's the direct location, because there are times when they will put a signboard in a particular place and it will not show the direct place. You will see a signboard here and the real project will be in another place. So the direct location, the address, the main place. That's my suggestion.
Okay, the portal should show the direct
Location.
the location of the project under the budget. Okay. Yes, any other suggestions? Okay. From media team. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Abu Sase.
Okay.
Okay. This portal should also have what we say location, like he said, location that we'll be able to access, we also know where we are through the website.
Okay.
And security, so that it won't give out a customer's details to others for internet fraudsters, scammers.
Okay.
It won't give out customers details to those kind of people.
Okay. So data privacy is what you're talking about now.
Yes.
Okay. I understand your point. Yes. I think, is there any other observations, any other suggestions, recommendations for this national budget portal? Remember that the portal is for you, so what you want must be included in the portal. Okay?
I don't know if we said it before. Let's say this road was awarded to A&E.
Okay.
And the cost of the road to finish to the other side is 200 naira. And maybe in the budget it was 100,000. It was 100 naira. They've given you, and it's now at the middle of this place. So which means next year again is going to reflect. We need something like the budget in presenting will also make it know that A&A is still the one in charge of so and so road. Continuation from 2021 or 2022 to we now know that it's entering the other year, so that in case you will not enter the site and say, this one is 2022, but Mr. A should have finished this road now, it gives you that. By the time you put up a pressure to say, Mr. this road was awarded to you 2022, why is it still reflecting in 2023 budget? Okay. So it should be transparent, so that the person who is looking for information should flow along with what he wants. It's no longer in this year again, it has already entered last year. So the person should see the previous years and also see the present year.
Okay, thank you so much. There is someone here.
Okay, I'm Pastor Wellington Obasui. I want also to be included in the portal the quality control. We talk of award of contract, like they have rightly said. You can award a road for 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers long road. Now there are inches that should be better. If 2 inches tight, 5 inches, that is what determines the amount to be spent. But many times it's not that when a road contract is awarded, the quality is better with them, but because of kickback here and there, let me use that word, they divide and share. Instead of building a road for 5 inches layer, the layer should be 5 inches down for quality, for duration purpose. At the time the contractor is working, it's covered just 2 inches road. In 6 months' time, it's gone. No maintenance, nothing. So one should be able to know if a word of contract is done for road, for building, the materials to be used, what are the quantity, yes, quality control, God bless you. That's exactly what will help us to determine if we are on field and we are looking at what is being constructed, and we discover that it's not measuring up to the standard that have been seen in the portal, I think we should be able to ask questions.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, no problem.
What I would suggest to be on the portal should be the bill of quantity of the project.
The period.
Bill of quantity of the project should also be on the portal.
Okay.
That's exactly what he said.
Well, I want to also suggest to you people, my name is Mary Samonsa.
Okay.
You know who I am. You know, we enter into this civil administration since 1999 or 2000. So I want this quarter to also take us back to that time, where we can get those projects they said they have done for us. Because what I'm saying is, so many in Edo here has happened in those states. Like there's a mechanic road, myself and or what we discovered in Ikobaoka. It was budgeted, and they budgeted by 200 million, right?
Yes.
It was done on paper. No single shovel was put on ground. It was done and completed on paper. So I want people to take us back so that we can also have the opportunity of tracking what they have done before.
Kind of historical budgets.
Yes,
all that.
yes. Thank you.
That's a very good recommendation. Any other thing, any other recommendations, suggestions on this topic? I think this should be the last person for this
My name
particular
is
topic.
For me, I think what I want to see on that portal is the duration to which a particular job is being given out for. And when that time is elapsed and that job is not completed, it should be a query or a question into that particular person. How was the contract?
Okay. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much for wonderful recommendations, suggestions on what you would like to see in the national budget portal. Okay. Your suggestions and recommendations are welcome and will be put into consideration. So we are moving to another topic, transparency level of the national budget portal. How transparent do you think the portal should be? Okay? Do you understand what I mean by transparency? How open do you want the portal to be? We also need your suggestions and your feedback on this as well. Yes? Transparency level of the budget.
My name is Abu Sanse. I work for CB.
Is it the same name you gave us before? Because it's people saving. Okay.
Abu Sanse. I work for CB. The transparency level should be 100%. That everything on the website given to the customers, or how I say, the citizens, the users, should be 100% truthful, so that trust will be built through with the citizens and the government, or how I say, the body, with the construction, with the how I say,
The contractors.
The contractors actually, yes. That trust will be built. Whenever a contract is being given, they will know, yes, these people are 100% truthful. There will be feedbacks on each contract. That they say this contract has been made. They will give the citizen a feedback that yes, it has been completed. These are pictures, there are pictures if you need.
Okay. Thank you so much. That is a wonderful suggestion on transparency. Yeah.
I think what he's trying to say is the portal should be trusted enough.
Okay.
Yes. The minute I have access to the portal, I should know that I'm having a complete information.
Okay.
Not when I get to the feed, I see a different ball game. But what is there should be on the feed. For example, I go to a construction site with the information I've gotten from the portal, and I get there and try to let them know that this and this is expected here. And they tell me, no, not be like that. So don't let them deceive you. It shouldn't be like that. There should be no discrepancies. There should, whatever is on the portal should be what it is.
Okay.
That people can have faith and trust in the portal.
Thank you so much for that suggestion. Yes, on transparency level of the national budget portal. Any idea? Any yes?
Sorry to take us back to the other line. Something the Holy Spirit just administered something to me now. That portal there should also be a column for citizens to question. To question.
Okay.
You understand? Feedback mechanism. From the budget, you said Akoko Edo 2 roads, and the citizen has gone to verify that there is no two roads, there is one single road. He can come back and say, I have done my verification, sir. It is only one road I saw. Please, can you update me on the second road? There should be a feedback column.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
Deputies or what will see this?
Like from what you said, I think that the
Are we going back?
the website should be interactive. That's the portal should be interactive.
Under transparency, right?
Yes, so that when we interact, assuming that, like what he said, there are roads that have been done and commissioned on paper, but in reality, the road is still in that bad state that the road was even before the budget was passed. And number two, for transparency to occur, for us to have a very good transparent portal, as he said, it is important. Somebody raised the issue that if a budget in Oedo Federal Constituency has been allocated to A&A construction company, then I don't know if there's anything bad for even the same portal to say A&A construction company, these are the board of trustees of A&A construction company. It will help for transparency, so that when Mr. JB is our representative in the House of Rep, and he is still a shareholder or a director in A&A construction, so that will not give, so that one will help us a lot to ask questions in transparency.
Okay, thank you.
Sir.
That is wonderful. Wonderful suggestion.
His name again? If you use my name again, I will not.
So on transparency, any suggestion?
I'm coming with Isaac Ogbewi.
Okay, I come with Isaac.
One contribution is that they should also give us a chance to put, maybe when they say this road is done and we saw it on the budget that this road is done, when we get there that discover something we did not expect from there. She also have the opportunity to do a video or snap it and send.
Okay.
Feedback.
Yeah, still feedback mechanism.
I'm with Isaac Ogbewi.
All right. Is there any other suggestions, recommendations on transparency? Can we move on to the last topic? Anybody? I told you this session is not going to last for, so we are getting there small. Okay? So we are on the access levels to the national budget portal. How accessible, okay, should this portal be? Okay, in terms of, should we allow everybody to access it? Do we allow certain sector of the government to access it? Or what do you think? Should we allow only a private, civil servant, or should we allow it open to the general citizens, public? What do you think? What is your idea, your suggestion on the access level? Yes? Okay. Access level? Yeah.
I think on the access level, the issue of freedom of information does not limit to any individual. So I feel that my suggestion should be, let it be on general note, on a general, you can make it public. It should be made public for everybody to access.
All right, so sir, if I may recap, you said it should be open to general public.
Yes.
Okay, it shouldn't be for certain people to have access to another. It should be generally open. Okay. Okay.
The budget it should be as accessible as it can be, so that it should not just accessible. It should be there shouldn't be a door, there shouldn't be a barrier. Anybody can just walk. Just like when I check Facebook, I go to your page, maybe your Aziki Brands Nigeria. I go to your page. From there, I can easily just with a click go to that portal. If maybe my own organization, I can just put that website there. Everybody, even if a child mistakenly touches your phone and just presses something, it should just link you straight to that site. Then also, accessibility is I don't know how to put it. It should be it shouldn't be restricted.
Okay.
From what the Mr. Senkeshi said, Freedom of Information Act has already limited anything that will impair us from accessing any information. So, according to Freedom of Information Act, even if you are illiterate, that's why we're talking about making the portal
audio friendly,
so that a woman in the village can actually interact with that. So it should be as accessible as it can be. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bring it.
At least we need more opinions. Even if you have idea of the previous topic we passed, you can just go back there, no problem, please.
Thank you, sir. You hear me where my spirit connected.
Especially the transparency, we need enough ideas on transparency. Just continue.
Okay. On the issue of MCC or the way of transparency, in the issue of this one, if I have to follow up a project, maybe a friend of mine called me that, look, so project is in my community. I don't know if it's in the budget. It's not internet crime. I can go there and access, and maybe the person is on Facebook. The accessibility should be that it should also led from you can track the budget, share it from the site to social media platform.
Okay. Thank you so much. So should be social media
friendly.
Yes, please.
Okay. I feel this website should be, like you said, social media platform. On social media platforms like Facebook users, WhatsApp users, Instagram users, to be able to see things that are going on the portal. Yes. And how will I mention it now? For example, some people that don't have data to check, there should be some information that could also be shared across through SMS.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. This issue of SMS. I still remain Leftist Owobu Usigbe. Just to back up the SMS he said now, like my colleague who called me will use a technophone that does not browse. The site, if I want to send such information to the person, there should be not less than 3 to 4 words. I can just click on it and say project in Aoredu, then click on it and it will show me 2 code and put the person's phone number. I will just type the person's phone number and send it to the person. The person will read this as a text message on his own phone.
Okay. Yeah, I understand you. I understand you very well.
Okay. I don't know where I will place this one. You should know there are some sites you can access without even having website. Sorry, without having data. Without having internet. Okay. Like who will they play Bet NAIJA? You get some Bet NAIJA site too they go. Some betting site that will go. We don't need internet to access it. Can actually just so that site it should be included that because that is the level of accessibility I want it to come to. So you don't need data, you can actually go into it and just get information that you need. Then also, just the way we want it to be transparent, that it should be very transparent. You should not put even both the member, let's assume it's a budget that is a constituency budget. You should not put even the representative at risk, like disclosing some of his personal lives.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be. And because we don't, like putting his house address, the number of children he has, the school that the children attend, it shouldn't be included. They should secure. Yes.
Kind of private.
Kept private because
it's that this contract is awarded to you, and then your information is on the website.
Everything it's not security friendly that much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, please.
For me, in terms of those that we have sent to Abuja to represent us, my name remains left is I'm outside NIGERIAN. Those that we have sent to represent us in Abuja who have attracted projects to our various domain, to add to what he has said, their phone number should be included, so that those who they are representing should also call them and verify some of their claims. I think that is also a lead way too.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Please, the female.
Now women what we say now.
Leave her phone. Give her mine.
Yes, please, more suggestions, more recommendations. Remember, this portal is for you, so you need to tell us what you want exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so you can speak on across the three.
Any idea apart from, can just speak generally this time around.
The recommendation, what should be shown on the budget portal, the transparency nature of the budget portal, and the accessibility, the access level.
I don't know if like this budget item. Okay. What they do is that they take pictures. Just it might be okay. Let me say, Akoko Edo Federal Constituency. This so-called project was awarded. This is the amount. Everything. It's just like a short message in pictures, and they share it. And we on social media will share also. Then we go and verify, go and check. I think if the same portal can do something similar to that, I don't know if I'm making sense. Do you get me?
Let me get you.
You be guardian. If it's budget IT, especially on Facebook, I do see it on Twitter. Summarize that particular project.
Okay.
Summarize it very short. Then they share it for citizens to go and verify and go and check out. And from there, I even sent it to my friends in those constituencies. Check whether this stuff there exists for your constituency. So if the same portal can make room for some, not even necessarily budget, that I can go to your site and get that particular program or budget short, summarized, that I can pick it from there, take it to Twitter and share it on Twitter, I take it to Facebook and share it on Facebook, even on Instagram. If that provision can be made, it will also be better to help for both transparency, to help for accessibility and others.
Budget give me detail should be displayed in infographics.
That's just it.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes.
To add to what my partner in crime has just said, you know, when you want to build a house, you have this architectural design.
Okay.
So as a senator or as a government, you have awarded the project. You already have the design that you are giving out to this contractor. This is what I need. Such picture should be taken for transparency and attach it to this project. This is the project, this is an hospital, this is how the hospital is going to look like. So as I'm seeing it now, I already know, oh, it's a 3-star hospital. It's just 3-bedroom hospital. I've already got it, the picture. I can share it there Then when the project is also completed, transparency you can also go back there again to confirm, look, this project is 3-star hospital is in so and so location. How true is this? So that the citizen will now feed you back again to say, it's not the way it is in your former picture and your present picture now, and it's not even in a social location. You see, because you have already given them that there is something coming, something has come. How true is it? Then it's a feedback mechanism, open way for transparency.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes. Any other person? Yes. 2 hands over there. Wow.
I still remain Comrade Grace Destiny Okike. In talking about transparency, I don't know if it will be possible for citizens, like some of us have suggested, that when you go to the location where a project is being executed, now you know the company or whoever this project is being given to. Is there any possibility of maybe interaction with whoever this project has been given to in that portal? Like, you executed this project, I went there. What I saw was not what is on ground. Like responding to the citizens directly. I don't know if it will be possible. So that
it's your suggestion.
So we want to see something like that. So that they can answer one-on-one by themselves. I don't know. That's the suggestion.
Okay, thank you so much.
My name remains Electricity Agaga. I would suggest that it should also come in form of hard copy, in a way that they can take it to some local government. I think the local government is more closer to us as citizens. Should be also be in the local government where citizens can go there at any time to go and check. So that's my.
Okay, in other words, it should be a way where you can download.
In form of hard copy.
Okay, my own suggestion. Let me just together. Like, for me, this site, nowadays we like something that's very attractive. I will suggest that the site will be more attractive in terms of graphics. Like when you click on the link, as you open it, there should be more attractive graphics on it, the designs. And also, these projects, we have representatives. They are representing us from different central districts, central districts, and as of rep. We also have councillor and chairman and as of assembly. I would suggest that this website should also be displayed in their profiles, like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. That's one of my suggestions.
All right, thank you so much. The portal should be more appealing, more attractive, and more beautiful. Okay?
I still remain Baptist Honorable Usigbe. On the issue of accessibility, sir, and my colleague just talk about hard copy. Let's say this is constituency project for Akoko Edo. Then the photograph should not be more than one single paper. You raise it up. Each of the photographs should just be attached here of the design. So that when you print, you now know it's just a single paper. If you want to print for the 3 senatorial districts, you know you are printing for one single paper. Then at the end of the day, what you are just going to see just one. By the time you now print 3, you are already talking about 15 papers or 20. It discourages someone to say, okay, let me get hard copy so I can use it to monitor. But if all is a project is attached to one with the pictures underneath like this on a single platform, you just print one single paper. It gives room for the person to go and say, I want to print more for accessibility's sake.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I will also suggest, my name remains Itietie Omojere, that I should be able to download PDF files. Each project should be converted into PDF file. You know, some sites you can actually do that. Then also I should be able to screenshot. That feature should be included. Some sites you can screenshot, and so I can be able to screenshot a project. So I just screenshot and keep it, so that I can use it to do follow-up. That's my suggestion.
Yes, is there any other suggestion?
Any other suggestion?
Any other suggestion? General suggestions on accessibility, on the access transparency level, and of course the access level. Any other suggestions?
Like this, so that to encourage others more. If you discover that a particular state people are asking questions there, you can just put a kind of recommendation there, or I don't know how to put it now, that this is the states that question budgets most.
Okay, the most question.
The most states that have come that assess the budget most. If we cannot do it that way, if we are going to put it in zone, we can say, okay, the South South this year, as recommended, the South South questioned budget most on this side. The Northeast question budget most. You put the diagram like this, so that other zone begin to say, if people can question their budget, then we too we can also question these rules for citizen participation in governance.
Yes, you're right. Yes. Thank you so much for your suggestion.
How many?
Please, you need more. What do you want to see in the National Budget Portal? What do you like to see? Features, recommendations? Okay? So, okay.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I think I will advise you should create a WhatsApp platform on this very class so that more suggestion can come later outside this gathering.
Okay, no problem.
And
we have your attendance.
Okay.
Yes, we're moving to the next session now.
Somebody else.
Who is that? So, okay.
Any other person that wants to say something?
Suggestion.
So that before we move.
Any other suggestion? Any other suggestion, please, before we move to the next topic on our agenda. Please, your lunch is coming, okay? So just hold on and wait for it. So if there is no other suggestions or recommendations, we are moving to the breakout session outcomes. This is what we want to do, okay? We've just had the 3 sessions on recommendations on the National Budget Portal, the second discussion on transparency level, and the third on accessibility level, the access level portal. So now, I want each of us to speak on the session. What do you think on the 3 sessions we just had? Was it beneficial? Do we make any sense out of it? What is your, your observation of these 3 sessions? This one, anybody can speak. Was it a good one? Or are we wasting our time? Okay? Yes. Okay. So anyone can just talk about it. How was the session? Was it educative? Was it enlightening? Okay, just your feedback, kind of.
Without wasting time, I think actually Nigerians have been waiting for this kind of opportunity. Okay. So there are some of us who are actually willing to be asking questions. Because when actually you are going for those information, Nigerians are not willing to give it out.
Okay.
My name remains Lefty Samuel Sadinoaya.
Okay.
So now actually, most of us here are happy because we now have the opportunity to begin to interrogate the system so that we can have a better society. Over here, we have not really had an opportunity to really get a concrete information on how to engage those people we have elected into various offices. But as it is, this is a wonderful session for me. Right. And I hope this portal will be able to achieve all what they have said.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're satisfied. Okay.
My name is Comrade St. Lawrence.
Okay.
I don't know if by a question I should also be giving commendations and kudos to the organizers of this program.
Okay.
It has given me an insight to also, begin to look at how can also impact other persons who are lacking such education. Because these are part of education. Knowledge is power. If you are not aware, if you are not informed, you will be disformed. So for this, I want to say kudos. I want to say that it has made a great impact for today and for future. And thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, please, the man.
Don't mind this, but I was always be antagonizing me, but I know how to deal with him in a logical way. I want to stand on my center speech. I really want to thank the organizers for this. For if, because Nigeria, we're always using if. If what we deliberate here is put into use, I believe those who are our servants will now know that the power belongs to the people. It draws governance close to the people.
Exactly.
And it now makes the people to hold governance. Hold them accountable. There are those of us who are good in monitoring projects in a civil society organization. That's why government is afraid of us. We'll dig out wherever you put that pin, we'll dig it out. If all this evidence are attached to this budget, sir, even despite in analog style we're using, we're able to see who government. If all the digital we have recommended is implemented, sir, the sky will be our starting point for Nigeria. My next question is, now will not be when is the implementation of this portal?
Okay, please, currently we are on breakout sessions. There is a session on questions and answers, and we'll come to that your question, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Let me start from where you ended.
You cannot start from where I ended. Start your own.
Now, this program has actually stimulated us to expect more. Not from government, from the organization.
Yes.
Because you want to create a portal.
Okay.
Now we've been stimulated. One number two, we've been our eyes have been opened that all these features has not been in most of these budget monitoring organization or sites. Now, if like we've seen that when a budget is very, very transparent, we can actually follow that budget minute by minute, and that will in turn improve on budget performance. That's what I've learned today, that if we actually maybe this now it's a dream, it now becomes reality. Now it will help to improve both our infrastructure, both capital and our human resources, because when the budget, people that implement this budget, when they know that the citizens are aware, when they know that citizens have every information about each and every budget, it will actually guide them, to actually put them in check, so that they will always update and always give us what the citizen wants. Like now, when they know that I will follow Akpakpava, the road construction in Akpakpava that has been awarded to UC Construction Company, they know that if UC construction company does not do the project to specification, because the BOQ will be included in the portal, and it's not done to specification. BOQ, you and you construction company will know that the citizens in that area will come and meet them one day in site and ask them how far. This road supposed to be 2 inches. How come it can't be less than 1.5 inches? So to actually help. So these sections, both the transparency section, the accessibility section, has actually helped to broaden my knowledge on budgeting generally. Thank you
so much. Please, I need to correct an impression based on your statement. This whole program is organized by the Budget Office of the Federation in partnership, which is Budget Office of the Federation and GTBANK Nigeria Limited. So it's not just RGK project. Okay, this is Budget Office of the Federation as giving GTBANK Nigeria Limited to come out, get this information, and then put them into use. So just like lefties or work with has said also that if implemented, I can tell you that it's going to be implemented. Okay, this is what the Budget Office of the Federation wants to do. I want to make sure that budgets should have a portal where citizens should be able to interact, talk about, track their budget, what government is spending. And most of you have also rightly said how sometimes government award budget, a project, and you don't even know the status and all of those things. So this portal is giving you that opportunity. That is why we talk about what citizens should see on the budget, how transparent the budget portal should be, and then the accessible access level of the portal, and of which we've gathered most of this information. So these things are going to be implemented, and everybody in no distance time, we are all going to see the portal up and running. Thank you.
So let me add something. I never knew it was the budget office was actually involved in this program. First of all, I want to say that this might not be actually within the scope of this program, but since it's from the budget office, I think that one of the reasons why budgets fail in Nigeria is that the citizens don't participate in budget formulation. Not just, you can give us, like there was a story that was told. A House of Rep member went to a community and did, just when the election was fast approaching, let me go and do borrow, constructed a big industrial borrow in the community. After constructing the board, election came. Funny enough, when the result from that particular community came out, the so-called honorable member that did that project failed completely in that election in that particular community. He was like, I did borrow for you people. Then I said, that borrow you did it for yourself. Not knowing that the communities at that time, the water borrow was not their need. They needed something else. Because during that period, when the women and the young people go to the stream to fetch water, that's the only period they have to discuss, to do gossiping, like what women do a lot, to gossip. That is the only period they have. Now you came to give them borrow in their backyard. So they don't have that time. So that's why they revolted and voted against the honorable member. So I think needs assessment. The citizens should participate, not through our representative. Yes, they are the one they have the prerogative to arrange the budget, but the citizens should have direct input. The budget office should make sure that citizens can make input. Okay, in our community we need solar lights. Some we don't actually need solar light. We just bring this solar light to come and distort everywhere in the community, which we don't actually need. The community should interact. They should contribute a lot in budget formulation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Budget preparation and all that. Citizens should know that program. I want to. Sorry. Yes, it's very important. It's just an advice. They should advise them. I know it's outside the scope. You're right. Most of the time, you come up with what you don't like. You come up with what you don't like. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
breakout sessions outcomes.
Yeah, like just to add to what he said, sir. If you say you are going to organize a program for another section, I don't know if this one can still go into our site.
that in the course of, or you already said that there should be another one, another.
Sorry, I don't want you
to question.
No,
that is
question and answer session. Is that not what
question
you're
and
saying?
answer. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
There is question and answer
Okay.
session.
Now the question.
I thought another.
No, we've not entered the question and answer session yet.
No, okay. To add to what you are saying,
Okay.
that if possible, you can enter this site too. That the budget office can ask citizens, what do you want? The citizens should send the ward, the village, the ward, and the local government area. So that if I'm from Oredo Ward 1, I should state Oredo Ward 1. We've already held a meeting. Budget is going on. They just ask questions and decide. We now ask, what do we want? We already taken a decision in our own community. This is what we want. Then I can go and put it there. It's road we want. So that when our representative is trying to pause on us, he said, look, I've taken survey from your people in Ward 1 that you are saying you want to give market to. They said this road they want. So why are you bringing market to on these people that they said they don't need? So that there could be feedback mechanism between the government and the government.
Okay, thank you so much. We are still on the breakout session accounts. Please, what do you think of these 3 sessions? Okay, yeah. Is there any other feedback, reviews? What do you think? Are we making progress? Do we make more sense out of it? Have you learned something? Yes?
Yeah, mic is not working well. I remember that someone said, no, well, we have made we have gotten a lot of knowledge from what you have said. But for me, I think now that we are aware that it's under the office of Project Office of the Federation, I think they should employ the services of more researchers to go to various local government and various wards to actually know the area of priority. Okay. I think it's important they should do that. Employ services of more researchers to go into those areas.
Okay. To just do, this is more like a question.
Okay.
This thing, but just to answer that part.
Yeah.
This program is not only conducted in Edo State.
Okay.
You understand? It's a regional thing. We're doing south, southeast, northeast, and all of those things.
Okay.
So, like we're having now, we're having another one.
No, you know good and that one and all that. These sessions are.
So, and this something this thing. So, and that is why we are getting representative. So, researchers in the sense that okay, you are now speaking. That's why I said civil society organization. The belief is that civil society organizations are representing the citizens.
Right.
You understand? So whatever you are speaking here, you are not speaking for yourself.
No.
You are speaking the mind of millions of people, thousands of people you are representing here. You understand? So that is the major thing we have, where this whole event is like. So we are already assumed that we are working with the citizens from South, those states in particular that we are here gathering this information from.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Not an assumption, sir. That is the reality.
The reality, sorry.
That is the
Thank
reality.
you. Let me know use that word.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
for
that correction. Yes. Any other breakout session outcomes? Your feedback before we move to questions and answers. While we also wait for lunch. Okay. Okay, so since there is no other breakout sessions outcome, this is now the time for questions and answers. Yes, you can now ask a question.
Okay, my question was that when is this portal going to start functioning? That's one. Okay. 2, my colleague have thought about it, but I want to ask a question now. Can you people take us back to 1999 to update some of the projects that our legislators from local to federal, all budgets that have been passed before, so that we can question it? Okay. Then lastly, sir, can you people make it internet free so citizens can what? Access it?
All right. Thank you so much. I think let me one after the other. As question this one, then I'll call for another question. So I won't be compared with so many ones. It's okay. So first, when will this portal be made available? Okay. Well, there is something in should I say software development or portal development that first you need to gather requirements. This is what we are doing. Okay, we are gathering requirements, try to get feedback. What do you want to see? All these things now that you have said, we need to go back home, plan it, and then think of what implementing them. Okay, so there are phases of development. The first phase is to gather these requirements. The second phase is to start implementing the requirements. So I will not tell you 1 year, 6 months, 6 months or 3 months, but definitely this portal will be made available as soon as possible. Okay, because the first part is to gather requirements. After gathering requirements is to move into the phase of the actual implementation. But in a very short time, the portal will be made publicly available. Okay, so taking us back to, can we take us to the previous budget so you can make comment and all that? Well, the portal will be made in such a way that it can accommodate historical data, as in previous budget can be uploaded, but we do not know when and from which year for now, but definitely that room will be made available such that previous budgets, right, can be uploaded, and then citizens or users can go back to those budgets and then start to give feedback on them. So the portal will have that feature that can allow you to upload previous budget. Now, internet free, well, it's absolutely possible because this has to do with technology. There is nothing technology cannot do. Already we have some of the apps out there that can allow you to solve the internet, to browse even without internet. There are two ways. It's either we minimize the way your data is consumed, or we ensure that you browse without even bothering about data. But whichever way, the portal will be made to accommodate, the features that can ensure that your data is not much consumed. Okay? So have I answered your questions? 3 of them?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you not satisfied?
Except this last one, sir.
Okay, so this last one,
yes, sir,
it is possible. That's why I said there's nothing technology cannot do. There are 2 ways. There are 2 ways. Okay, 2 ways. To completely make you access the portal without internet, or to minimize your data consumption. Whichever way, your data will still be be saved. Okay? So it's possible. Yes, question?
My question is, and there's a popular song that says something like, when will you marry, this year, next year, or never? You were saying something that it might be 2 months and maybe 6 months time. You didn't add never. I became skeptical when you told me that it was budget office of the federation. The trust for government has been eroded.
completely.
Before now, I thought, this thing will come to reality because it was maybe a private sector driven. But since I realized that it's not government driven, they should turn the camera back to them and let them tell us, will this be a reality? Yes. Let us have them on camera. Yes. No, let's have you guys on camera. Will it be a reality? Yes. So that we all do accountable is on camera. Will this portal be a reality?
Yes,
yes, absolutely yes.
I can tell you that it will be a reality. You understand? This portal will be a reality. The budget office of the federation even had other kind of similar portal. There's budgetoffice.gov.ng. If you go to that portal, you can see every budget information, a lot of other
The one they want us to see.
You understand? And that is why now this one now is the portal that will be driven by the citizens. They want that interactions to come into play. And that is why this is like this. So that is why we are coming and say, okay, go to the citizens, interact with them, get this information. It shouldn't be just start developing this thing, just build it. It shouldn't be that way. So they want it, get this information, interact this thing with citizens, get what they want,
before the next phase. So it's a phase. Okay,
yes.
So we are
in fact, we have even started by coming here.
Yeah.
The promise that we have started
to
gather requirements. The next phase is now to implement this thing you've suggested. So that is even that's reality, yes.
My name is Lefty Samuel Sagnoya again. Well, I was shocked when I saw this name when you said it's being sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria under this budget office. The truth is that over time, the citizens have lost hope, trust on governance. They actually know what to do. You don't even need to do this. As a human being that has conscience, we know what is right to do at all times. But they have refused. And I'm sure for me, I'm not too sure that this thing will see the light today. No, it has always been so. For over many years, for decades, it's the same old song. I have newspaper in my house, 1983, when they told us that December that same year, the light will be restored in Nigeria. I still have it in my office. You understand? So over time, we have budgeted the same offices now. Lately, Accountant General of the Federation is not still under this office. 80 billion. Well, what are they doing? Under their watch, snake were swallowing money in this country, and nothing is happening. A man who was asked to head the EFCC has been promoted to Assistant Inspector General of Police in this same country, and we expect us to trust this.
Yes, I understand. I understand us. Okay, I understand us. But I can tell you that this program, this whole thing is not a mirage.
Sorry, sir. Please just say your name so that.
Yes, you need to know your name.
Let us say your name. At least, just let us get your names. And on camera, they will say, yes, because tomorrow you contest. Yes. You came to Benin that day. And you said XYZ. We hold you. It's part of accountability.
Yes.
Say, put your name on camera.
Okay.
So can get.
Tell us your name, sir. We are interested in that.
Okay, I need to say something, and to respond to your comment. Like I said earlier, this whole thing is budget office of the Federation idea. They are the ones sponsoring this whole program. And I will speak on that fact, on that directive, that I'm assuring you that this project, this whole thing is not what I call, what should I use? It's not okay, it says scam, it's not scam. It's not something that will do and you will not see it. It's not something that will not be implemented. This is a program that will be implemented. And that implementation stage, if this will not be implemented, just like what my colleague says, will not be here. So the implementation has already commenced.
Yes, that's
you
why
understand?
we are here.
So on that, I can say that yes, this whole program, in fact, not just will be implemented, it's already implemented because we're already in the process. Okay, so we are already in the process of implementing and building this national budget portal. So I speak on that note. Okay.
Your name, sir. We're interested in your name, sir.
My name
Not
is...
on your own. No.
Sorry?
You are not sticking your neck out. You are speaking for.
It's a message. So I'm a messenger and I'm speaking on that.
You have loved if you can stick your neck out
for it.
Say me on my honor. This program is see the light of the day.
Thank you. So,
Okay.
first question.
Okay, my question is on how long has this budget been in existence, particularly on your own concern? That is, I know that year by year, are they revealing the personalities that are involved, or is it Rasik or something like that? Rasik that has been involved on this budgeting. You do not understand me.
Let me.
I said, for how long
have you been on this process?
of this
Portal development?
Yes. Or it's a new initiative. Is it a new initiative, or it has been in existence before you people came?
Yes. Remember when I started, I said that there was a challenge with, sending budget to federal government, right? So there was a challenge in aggregating this budget data because there was no portal. Even if the one that was there initially, had some, improvement that was needed to be made. Okay, I remember that when there is, that as we want to do this one now, we are not just doing it like that. We do it because there is a challenge in the existing system. Okay, so now in this new portal, we are resolving or solving all those challenges that we faced. First is aggregating this data. Sending data in different format was given issue in the former portal, in the former systems that was used. Okay, and then this new one will do what will, provide a means for a standard way of sending the budget. And also in the existing systems, it was not possible to capture local government budget. But now in this portal, it will be captured. So our Siki brand, Nigerian Limited, is the one handling this one now, right? Is the one developing this one, this particular version we are talking about. We've been in the system of enterprise software development for a very long time. So we know the systems, how this thing works. We are not just starting, okay? So this project is under our own services to implement them. Okay, so we are not just new in the system. We've been doing this. Okay.
And I think the question, one of the questions, is whether this whole national budget portal,
yes,
is it just a new something that this is just the first phase? Now, he said something one time that when you are building something, there are phases of gathering information before you move to the next phase of developing it. So now we are in the phase of gathering this information. I know it's not something that you cannot just stand up and just gather the whole information from the entire country or within a short while. So there are phases that the government, the budget office of the Federation, chunked it out one after the other. We've done, this was done in Northwest, which was in Kano. There was one in Lagos, sometime this thing. So, and then, like I said, we still have more to in Enugu, Adamawa, and all of this. So all these things are processes. Okay, so this is something that I've started. So we are in Edo today. Next time we'll go to Enugu, which is this time we'll go to Enugu, then to Adamawa and all of that. So by the time we gather all this information, the next phase now will be, we'll compile this information. This is something that required timing to generate the report, prepare everything, then you move to the next phase. So it's a phase by phase development process. Okay, so it's something that started, it has already started. So I think it's something that we are coming to say we want to start it. It's different. The development of this portal has already started because with this event, it shows that the portal development has already commenced, because one of the phases of building a portal is gathering information. We don't want to sit in Abuja and just build it and say, okay, we have built it. It's not if it is not done. But the government, the office want to see that, okay, citizens are engaged. Just old style of just sit in one office and build something and just put it out to people to use. They don't want it that way. They want it that citizens' input are there. So by the time these portals are finally built, believe you me, that you are going to see most, if not all, of everything that you, because not only just this place that we gather information, we gather, like I said, gather information from Kano, from Lagos, we're going to Adamawa, Enugu, and other places. It's the 6 geopolitical zones. So by the time all these informations are gathered, everything will be collated. Then we integrate all of them together and see that will implement all those things. So when the portal is up and running, you are going to see all the things that you can even say, last time when these people were here, I made so and so input, and that input, I can see it on this portal. Okay, so that is for that question. Thank you.
Okay, see hands, yes. Okay, my question is, will there be any forum where these organizers can give us some
at the level of how they have gone and progress of this whole process? That's my question.
Okay, you know, someone mentioned that we should have the WhatsApp group. Okay, that was a very good suggestion. So that's right. That WhatsApp group will serve as kind of follow up. Okay, so it's possible. Yes.
My name is Consultative Idogun. My question goes like this. Please, I want to know if you people have anything to do, anything people can do this Aziki brand Nigeria Limited without this budgeting office. Okay. Wait.
It's just like you now saying you want to just stand up and just go and build it for the government.
Okay, because what I'm asking, you know, in Nigeria, we don't have continuity in government because now we don't even know when this budget is going to implement, and the project. Then this Buhari government now is almost gone. Understand? I know this budget office, they have a minister or a chairman. After this government, they are going to change that that board, that leadership. Then I don't know how the next person is going to be.
Thank you. To answer your question, government can change, portal will not change because those things have already been implemented. As I'm talking to you, the project is in the development process, and that part of it is this data we are gathering. Because of course, how will you feel if tomorrow now you hear that the portal is on, national budget portal is on, just go and use it. With all this feedback, what will happen? This will take us back, all right, to implement all these things. So that's why we have to do what? Gather this data, gather this information so we can implement this portal effectively. So it's going to be a continuous stuff. It's not something whereby when government is changed, the portal is no longer accessible, or the portal too is changed. Yes, thank you. Yes?
Thank you very much. I still remain leftist or what goes in this.
Okay.
Let me once again appreciate you people, because the way you commence now, that is how it should have been between the citizen and the government in anything that has to do with what? Implementation. When you are doing a project, it's our project, it's not government project.
Yes.
So if you don't carry me along, how do I own a project I was never part of? Yes. So if government can take a cue from what this budget office is doing. My fear, sir, and it's a question I want to ask. We know government is continuity, but in Nigeria, sir, there is no continuity, sir. The government of Nigeria is a waste and is a product of waste. They never see anything good in what, once I take over power, anything you have done is what? Waste. All the money you use, waste. I will start my own again. This brings me back to the question. Will this not fizzle out just the way the tracking sites that was built by the same Nigerian government to the Nigerian police until today is no longer functioning? Reason be that the government could not pay these persons to always what? Update the site. Will this not fizzle out? No, because we are very skeptical about government, sir. From military to civilian, anything we hear government, say forget about it. So can you give us 90% assurance that this site will not fizzle out like every other government?
Okay. 90%. Will it fizzle out or not? For me, one thing that you stand this particular project out is the fact that we bring it to your doorstep. So at least that is a big commendation. Even you guys have said it earlier on. So for the fact that the government deemed it necessary and very important that we must come to this place, get input from citizens, representative of citizens, civil society. So for that alone, that should tell you that something is different about this whole project. You understand? So that alone should give you that, yes, I can go to sleep hoping and have that level of assurance that you're asking for, and this project will not just fizzle out, but will see the light of the day. Thank you.
Okay. So, any more questions, please? Any more questions? So, any more questions? Okay. That's the last question we'll take while we.
I still remain Comrade Grace Destiny Okike.
Grace Okike.
Lioness. I know you'll be surprised, or you won't be surprised why majority of us are afraid. In this movement, we've done our best to see that the system works for the people.
Okay.
But our efforts sometimes is so frustrating that when you gather all the energy, the knowledge, and every capacity that you have to see that the system works for the people, it hurts that at the end you see that it's like your efforts are just wasted. But I'm happy that you are youths, because I see you as youths. And I wish that whether you are there or not tomorrow, you should have the force to push this particular project. Because we've given all that we have today. Likewise, like you told us, it's happening in other states. And we hope and wish. It's not like the nation is that bad. It's just that some of us, we don't have the heart, or will I say the human feelings to do what is right. It's not like we don't know what is right. So that's why when you call this kind of business, some persons will tell you, I beg, let them go sit down. At the end of the day, now see B, now say they. It's not our fault. It's because of the way the system of the nation is, is burning. But it's not also be so, because Nigeria is a nation that is blessed with so many things. We have knowledge. We have people that, sometimes when I hear our youth speak, I ask myself, what is wrong with this nation? Somebody, brought out this particular project. Now, at the end of the day, I want to ask this question, sir. If it would be possible that there should be a written agreement, yes, among the officials, or would I say that whether we are here or not tomorrow, whoever that is coming will make sure that this particular project succeeds. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's your contribution, not actually a question. Okay.
My question.
Is it possible? The last one is a question. It's possible for a commitment.
Yes. I think for if I understand your question properly, what I would say is the commitment level. You understand? Even to we've seen, when you talk about this country and all of that, we are also part and parcel of this very country, and we know how things used to be done. No denial to that. But there's something that I know that if I'm to speak from that like a citizen, not just because I'm part of this whole thing. One thing that should stand this out is the fact that the budget office of the Federation deemed it fit that, okay, don't just start this work. Don't just, they didn't just award this project I say, okay, award it, mix it up. You know, some of these things you say you hear award, like you people have complained, you hear that this project has been awarded and nothing is being done, and the whole fund goes into whatever it goes to. But in order to see the transparency level of this very project, we are here today. You understand? In order to see that there is that commitment. That commitment, that signing, you know, the government will not come and say, okay, well, come and sign you. Let me sign you. Definitely, we all know it's not done. You understand? But the commitment that government gives to citizens is when they say a project of this nature has been awarded, then you see that it has been awarded, and then you see the process, the implementation process will commence immediately. This project was awarded. ZEVI Brands Nigeria Limited is to handle this, is to build this project. And in that phase, what this project entails, one of that phase is coming to interact with the citizens, get their feedback, discuss what they want to see, how transparent the portal should be, the access level of the portal. So that alone should tell you that alone serve as a commitment from the side of the government, from the side of the Budget Office of the Federation, telling you that this is not going to be, shall I use business as usual or kind of language, okay? But something that really must be implemented. Because if it is not implemented, trust me, we'll not be here. So, yeah.
I remember Pastor Wellington Obasui. I quite agree with all my brothers and sisters talking, saying because we are Nigerians.
Yes.
I want to ask if there anything ZEVI Brands can do to push for the implementation. If you see on the part of the government, there's a big delay in implementation. I haven't gotten all the data you need and they submitted, because normally in this country, when a white paper is submitted, they will tell you we will implement. And we have seen so many things being done here. Like the time of Jonathan, he gathered people, elders from all over the country, a kind of a referendum or whatever is being called, spent billions of naira to sit them down, allowances were being paid. Then a white paper was submitted, waiting for implementation till tomorrow. So it's not about the commitment, it's the will, it's the power, the willpower to actually do. So my question is that, is there anything your company can actually do to help the citizens push for quicker implementation if they are still relaxed? Because this only thing that will make me have faith now somehow, because this regime is going to an end. It may not bother us so much if this transparency is brought to lay down and remain for the other administration to do. That's the only thing I would say. Maybe they may implement it later. But is there anything you people can do to actually help us and all those all over the country that will sit down like this one day and speak for what they want to see in the portal to make sure it's implemented? Because when you get your money, it's finished. If the government says it's not going to do anything, you might not want to push further in order to get more contract. Because if you push too much, like what civil society is doing, we don't much bother about what they say about us, but we push. When we know the right thing to do, we push for it. You see, they frustrate efforts here and there. So that's the question: is there anything you can do as a company to help us push for implementation? Haven't gathered everything that you need to see to make the portal function. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Well, trust me, as I'm talking to you, the development of this portal is in progress. Okay? And part of that pushing is even why we are here. Okay, and we are still pushing. By the time we gather all this feedback, we'll collect them together and then add them as part of the implementation phase of the portal. So you will see them. We are so committed, and trust me, you will see all these things implemented. Okay, that effort has already been made because the development is in progress. I'm talking to you. This program is done concurrently in other places. Yes, so that shows you the seriousness of this national budget portal this time around. It's not as what we used to know before. Okay.
So let me just that in part of pushing it further, I know we have somebody from Edo State and the former commissioner of environment in Edo State is actually the minister of state for budget and economic planning, which is in person of Clem Agba. I think all of us should go to his Facebook page.
Begin to give him
and start bombarding him. And things that will start bombarding him with this issue. That's an aside. And also saying that, yes, I want to commend them because normally government just wake up in the morning and start implementing. They don't consult with the people. Exactly. But even let me see shock, it's not different. Because you know where? Obaseki called for a town hall meeting that he wants to talk about laws to ban anti-open grazing. There was a youth, and for me, I told them, even though I told the organization, I'm not going. I don't trust the governor. They said, no, go. They went. They went today. The next day, they went to Abuja to ask Buhari for money for Ruga. They were still deliberating in Benin. He took a flight from Benin and went to Abuja to ask for Ruga. So it is not strange to, but with due respect to the government, at least, there is a semblance of improvement that they actually saying citizen contributes. Like we contribute, they keep am for their cupboard. But at least there's an effort to say, make contribution. Exactly. So what we say, as far as I know, you guys are not in any position to make very emphatic statement because you are a company that is saddled with the responsibility of building. Your part is to do collation, start building. It is left for the government. Let's be realistic. They should implement or not. But from here, we see that maybe there's every likelihood that they will implement. But they still need push. We need to push the government to do it because we can't just start bombarding them with questions. They can't. There's a limit to where they can get to. So we should focus our energy on Clemagba and the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. We should keep asking them questions. We should keep pushing them. So from there, that's where we can get to. So from here, we will actually get to the essence because they are a company. They were contracted to do this thing. They will do it, and to where their knowledge get to us, they tell us they go do them, and you guys will believe them. They will do it. There's improvement. We hope and pray it should be done, and if it's done, it will bring for a better Nigeria and a better citizen. That's just it. Thank you.
I think we'll take the last one from that.
The way they are bombarding you people here, you are my brother. You see, only the three of us have one thing in common, which is our eyeglass. So we are brothers. It's physically challenged. So I will protect you, sir. I will protect you. That is on a later note. Please, comrades, before we leave here, we are going, each individual, you are going to take picture behind this banner. As he has said, once you see Clement Agba online, he's your friend. Snap and say, Oga, we need this one now. We'll give it to him. This is the power that we have. Isoleto.
Thank you so much. And this calls for closing remarks. And then while our lunch is almost here, right? So,
Does he have cocoa along with it?
We shall see. Yes, so sorry, it's actually on the way. So please, it will soon be here. So please, on behalf of our civil branch Nigeria Limited and Budget Office of Federation, I want to say thank you so much for your time, your suggestions, your contributions, your recommendations, your questions. You know, this session has helped us to learn a lot, at least to understand what is going on and, you know, to see the energy that the government is putting to, you know, making you part and parcel of the development process of this national budget portal. So all your suggestions, all your feedbacks have been gathered already, and trust me, they will be implemented because that is why we are here. So thank you so much for your time. I pray that God should take you back to your final destination safely. Okay? So we're going to close now, but before then we need to also do a closing prayer by reciting the second stanza of the national anthem. Please, shall we all rise?
Yes, sir. Please, sir. The way you did it just now, as if we were fighting God. We have our pattern of saying it in a homely and acceptable way by the Almighty, sir. Can we? Let's do that for you, sir. Okay, sir. 1, 2, go. Oh, God of creation, direct
use the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and living just and true. Great love the eyes and taste to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. So in Africa. Yes, so thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lord Jesus.